Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Maru and soO here on Blueshift, the latter edition from Katowice 2019. Top right-hand corner, the red Terran player Maru. And in the bottom left-hand corner, the blue Zerg player soO. Two very, very evenly matched players here today. I have no idea who's going to come out on top here on Blueshift, the latter edition. Looks like... man, could be some proxies here for Maru. He does like his proxies very much, but that gas first, based on the fact there's not an SCV coming out, tells me it's not going to be a proxy at all. soO, on the other hand, seems to be saving up. He could be going pool first here. Yes, look at that, pool first. Out of soO, he could be trying to kill Maru early here. Maru can get pretty scary in TVZ if you give him 3 bases to work for him. I remember the first player I saw that with was Bjorn. Back in Heart of the Swarm, it seemed like if he could get 3 bases of production up, he would just destroy you. Marines, Marauders, Widow Mines, Medevacs, just rolling over and over at you, especially against Zerg. And no matter how many bases the Zerg had, it was really hard to deal with. The production was through the roof and insane. So, we'll see. We'll see if Maru can get to that 3 base number. We'll see if soO can keep him from getting there. Again, the pool first can just be a defense against proxy. That's what these Overlords are all about too. He's just popping all over to different areas, just checking to see, is there a barracks over here? Is there a factory maybe coming up somewhere else? And no, there's definitely not. Just a Reaper. Reaper's name's going to be Falcon Paladin. What? How? Why am I a Reaper? Oh, crap. Why did you do this to me, Joseph? It's a great question, Joseph. Why did you make me a Reaper? That's not fair. I don't want to be a Reaper. Reapers die. All right, well, SCV coming down to see what's going on. SCV will see. By golly, there are some Lings already on the way. This Reaper already has his work cut out for him in these matchups usually, and at this point it's just ridiculous is what it is. So Lings actually, oh, did they sneak down? They snuck down. Oh my gosh, they snuck down the south route here. I don't think the SCV saw that, but did see that the hatchery is not done. So that tells the Reaper there's Lings on the way. They're probably going to come down the southern direction. He's going to try to intercept them. Oh, the Lings immediately heading back, recognizing this Reaper knows we're coming. Let's go ahead and head on back here. The Overlord saw it too. The Overlord saw the Reaper, saw Falcon Paladin, very intelligently, I might add, come down to try to block them, and the expansion will finish as normal for Maru. Great job by both players there. soO tried to make it happen in the early stages. No, Maru said, you're not going to get Lings up here. You're not going to kill my SCV building my natural. Just leave me alone. Let me do what I want to do. And that is, obviously, Hellions! Alright, so Hellion opening. Got a base just about done over here. Zerg player has pulled most of the workers off gas, which tells me we're probably going to see a 3rd base. And there it is. Yep, so 3rd base sneaking up to the north here, northern section. Just past the natural. Creep spreading very nicely, too. We've got 1 queens, we've got 2 queens. We have 3 queens on the field. We 3 queens of Orient are. And Reaper Falcon Paladin doesn't have any kills. Took some shots from a queen, 2 queens, but actually is okay. Nothing concerning there. Hellions taking different routes across the map. I guess they're trying to see if there are any Lings coming out they can roast up, but no, there's definitely not. No Lings hiding over here. No Banelings coming in, because again, you haven't scouted anything. Definitely could be Banelings on the way from soO, but you don't know. You don't know. Traditional 2 Hellions and a Reaper aggression here. 2 more Hellions. They're worried about the Ling flood. soO can be pretty aggressive at times. Right now, no, it's not what we're seeing at all. Ooh, there's the armory, though. Okay, so we're going to see a Hellbat push out of Maru. Roachwarren coming up from soO. Does he recognize? He sees those Hellions. I think he sees the other numbers, too, and just says, you know what? I don't have a scout off, right? Because there is a Marine patrolling the area up there. It's really hard to get in here and actually scout this armory, but I have to be prepared for Hellbats. If I'm not ready for Hellbats, I just die. Liberator coming in here, too. Maru's going to go ahead and go for some harassment out the different areas with that Liberator. And Reaper, pow, pow, getting some shots off. Oh, Falcon Paladin, get out of there. Kitty at charge does not help. No, doesn't help him stay alive. And he dead. Oof. Particularly flyy death there. Gets up into the air. Some real good air, actually. So, once again, roasting to death. Little Zergling corpse. Oh, dropping on in here. What? Dropping on into the mineral line with the medevac. Beautiful stuff here from Maru. And look at this. The queen's like, get it. Oh, there's the Hellbat transformation. Suddenly, I don't know, man. There's roaches on the way here. I don't know if they're going to be here in time, though. The queens don't have energy for transfuses. That queen is going to die in flame. We got more Hellions running into the natural base, roasting up Lings, roasting up drones. Gonna drop here on top of those drones. Where are the roaches? The roaches are here, but have they done enough? It is 37 to 22 workers right now. 21 workers killed with that Hellbat, Hellion attack, the natural and the main. And soO is so far behind right now. It is time to counterattack. I've got these roaches. I've got these queens. I cannot just sit back and let Maru macro up off of that. He will destroy me economically. So this is where we've seen this before. We've seen this. I think it might have been on an Africa game that I cast between, I want to say it was TY, and it might have been soO. Nope, no. Wait, who was it? Who was it? It was a Zerg player, though, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was soO. But anyway, this is what he did. He's like, all right, well, I took some damage there, but I'm going to counterattack with some roaches and ravagers. We'll see how this works out. Crosabile is getting some shots off. This third base is going down. Maru's playing a little bit greedily, and now he's got a bunch of roaches and ravagers at his front door. He has a single tank here. He's using Crosabiles on this base instead of on the tank, which I feel like is a bit of a mistake, but the Hellions can't respond to this. The Queens are here now, so this Banshee can't just shove this all the way by herself. The Queens walked all the way across the map. Absolutely insane. They need to stay alive is what they have to do. Supply Depot does end up falling there. Does it supply block Maru? No. As he was making additional bases. Actually, that base completed just in time to unsupply block him. I don't know about these corrosive biles, man. I really feel like they need to do a little bit better here. Liberator trying to set up an angle where she can actually get some stuff done. Corrosive bile on those SCVs. Nice dodge. Great dodge by Maru. Another tank sets up. This might be enough for Maru to hold this thing, but guess who's been droning up back home a little bit? Is soO. He's at 30 workers. He's making Zerglings. He's making roaches. He's got that third base up for that economy. There's your cloak. Oh, snap. Did you bring an overseer? Hold on, do you have a lair? I don't think he has a lair. The Banshee Cloaks are going to do so much work here. Just going for it is soO. Can he take this down, or is it going to be held by Maru? We're going to have to wait and see. SCVs fighting. Ravagers getting destroyed. Roaches getting killed here too. There's just not enough left here, I don't think, for soO to handle it. The Banshees are pretty much unopposed. Corrosive Biles are being dodged expertly by Maru. Maru holds it off. Lings are cruising in 2 or 3 at a time. When you're making panic lings trickling in, it's not going to be enough. And soO manages to retreat from that position. And Maru has it set up. He's okay. He's got 33 workers to 30. soO, I think he did the damage he needed to do. Army supply is fairly similar too. The Banshees are problematic, right? They're going to kill some Queens. There's more Banshees out. Where are the spores? He's evacuating this third base. Maru does not want his dudes to get lost there. Lings is cruising up the right side to see if they can get something done in the natural base. But sitting here are a bunch of Marines. Tanks, Marines. It's just not going to look for you at all. The Banshee's actually forced back home by this. I don't think they needed to come home. I'm pretty sure this is handled very well. Nice juggling, and that is your good game. Maru ends up winning it with a beautiful Hellbat attack. The counterattack is held to, and our Terran player gets the win in the first game of our sneaky twofer between Maru and soO. Nice job. So we're going to give Maru a 1 next to his name. Wow, that was good stuff. I know, it's 7 minutes, right? You look at this game, you're like, 7 minutes? What can happen in 7 minutes? A lot, you guys. An absolute lot. Oh, this Liberator set up down here, too. That was problematic for soO. Where is this guy? She's coming down the left side. There are no Queens here because he sent all of his Queens across the map, and they subsequently died to Banshees. I see. So, yeah, I mean, this Liberator was unopposed. Okay, I can understand a little bit more why soO ended up leaving there. Maru had the lead. Maru was landing at third base. I mean, a lot of Lings were just dying up here. No big deal. Yep. Explains a lot. All right, so great job there. Great job by Maru. Maru invests more in technology and static defense and stuff here too. 1,600, 450. So we look at the upgrades tab. It's going to be cloak. It's going to be speed. It's going to be upgrading this orbital command, as well as getting these add-ons and things, as far as I understand what that is, what that tech is. All right, so game 2 coming at you. We'll be right back. Stick with me. Game 2 is here on Parasite. Top left-hand corner, Terran. Bottom right-hand corner, Zerg. I do like Parasite. I like the layout. I like the tile set. I like the fact that there are trees everywhere. And what the heck? That looks like a spine coming up out of the ground. Who am I to judge alien flora and fauna? Okay, man. Maru's up 1-0 in this sneaky twofer. Let's see what soO has in store for him. Another pool first play. Pool first at, I'll say 12 supply here. 12 pool out of soO. Maru, if you proxy, no, you're not going to proxy because once again, the SCV is inside the house. Man, Maru, your game sense is so good. You know that soO is going pool first. So you're just going to go ahead and just throw up your barracks inside your own main base. SCV scout a little bit. Is that an extractor trick? What is going on from soO? No. Ah, it's a roach play. It's a one-base roach ravager play. Oh my gosh. Out of soO. He's got the double gas. He's got the Roach Warren. He didn't even bother making a queen. He made the Roach Warren first. Made a couple lings. Maru's going to be in trouble, you guys. Maru, if he doesn't scout this, if he doesn't know there's roaches and ravagers on the way, he's going to have a real bad time at his front door very, very soon. That double gas fully saturated. Out of soO. We got the lings moving out. They are just 2. They're not enough to really win the game here. They're just going to scout things out. Maybe try to keep an SCV away from this area. Right? If the SCV is coming in for the scout, the lings will go whop, 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 and maybe force it to go home, so we can't see what's coming. But the early lings could be an indication of what's happening. But Reaper on the way. Reaper's name is 001. Once considered MI6's top agent, 001 became disgruntled when Her Majesty's Secret Service constantly gave him the important missions, or gave the important missions to the more charismatic 007. Seeking new employment, he signed up with the Terran Dominion, where his marksmanship made him a natural fit for a Reaper program. Not a glamorous assignment, but he gets to keep his license to kill and crack one-liners. And there he is, 001. Cruising on down. There are roaches in production. There are ravagers in production. Here they are. They're going to try to sneak their way around. Oh, Zerglings do kill the SCV building the natural. They're going to town on this reactor. Are they going to force the Reaper home? 001 is cruising home as fast as he can. His first assignment is going to fall to pieces here, but he can be the savior if he can kill these lings. Can he do it is the question, because there are Ravagers creeping on up. Another Ravager, a Roach coming up here too. We are just not making any more drones, you guys. Absolutely not. 001 gets 1 kill. 001 gets 2 kills. But there are Hellions on the way, and 001 gets destroyed by that corrosive attack. All right, man, the Ravagers have arrived. No reactor for you. The lings did the early work on that. Oh, snap, the door is open. Was that trap? I feel like that was a trap. SCV is coming on down to try to get that surround off. He recognizes he's up a ton of workers. Oh, one of the Ravagers actually does get killed by the combination of Hellion SCV. That was amazing stuff. Wow, have I ever seen that before? I don't know. Bunker tried to come up. No! Corrosive Bile pauses it temporarily. Hellion and Marine trying to stab this stuff away. Is that going to happen as well? I don't think it is. Bunker does manage to get down. Marine hops inside. Supply depot's on fire now too. Tech Lab's going to die. We're trying to get a tank out. Trying to get a Cyclone out, actually. Cyclone out here, and it will finish. Because that's how these Terran buildings work. Even if you kill the add-on, if something's already in production, it will finish, but the next one's not going to happen. Oh, all right. I like the Viking call here, too, from Maru. The high ground going to be very hard to hold in that situation. Maru is really supply blocked, having lost both of those supply depots, though. Coming right on in. Oh, that's so many corrosive biles. I don't know if you can save that bunker. Ooh, you can. With enough SCVs, you can. Cyclone here trying to get damage done. Nice dodge on the corrosive bile. Hellion down. Marine not down. Great dodge once again by our Cyclone. Three of these Ravagers are really, really low on HP. The other one, too. I think these can all die in pretty quick succession. Wow, 15 to 13 workers there. That was amazing stuff. The Cyclone's going to kill all the Ravagers. Boop, boop. On the way home, using that lock-on ability. Oh, careful, though. Ravager range a little bit further than you might expect it to be. Mr. Cyclone friend. We have additional roaches coming up. We have more roaches coming up. We've got 13 workers. soO had decided he's not making any more workers. He's done with this. He's going to go ahead and try to come back in for round number 2. This Ravager is so injured, but he's got 7 kills. That's pretty good, man. 7 kills on that Ravager, too. They have really paid for themselves at this level. The problem is, oh my gosh, it is 25 to 5 army supply. Maru is way down in army supply. He has been making stuff. That Cyclone's like, wait, what? How? Oh, nice break on that lock-on. Fantastic. soO marching up. Got roaches, got Ravagers. Lock-on broken again just by wandering back here. Another Ravager coming in here. This Cyclone is all that stands between Maru and devastation. But man, all the shots on that lock-on is weakening these guys. One shot brings it down to yellow. Just amazing. All right, SCVs in position. Banshee in production here too. Another Cyclone coming up. Here we go. That Cyclone needs to be the hero of the day. Corrosive Biles down on that bunker. Can't quite kill it. Rock. Supply depot down, supply blocking Maru once again, but these Cyclones are just incredibly good at base defense. Here's the Banshee. Banshee going to try to shut this thing down all by her lonesome. No queens here this time, friends. Corrosive Bile on that bunker. The repair is really good, and Maru ends up winning game 2 of our sneaky 3-fer. What? Falcon, there's 3 games today. Yes. This is actually a very sneaky little 3-fer I picked up for you guys between Maru and soO. Ho ho ho! I tricked you real good there, didn't I? You thought soO was probably going to win. I don't know. Maybe did you on sneaky 2-fer? Sometimes I do actually cast one player winning both games. Anyway, what a hold! That was disgusting. It was what 25-5 at one point in army supply, and that one Cyclone was like, "I will just lock on and destroy all of you, keep you back, hold you back, buy me time." Allow me to get out some Banshees. This bunker never died. The repair from Maru was disgustingly effective. That Cyclone has 5 kills. That one has 2 kills, and that was just not it. Not enough from soO. So even a sneaky one-base Ravager attack, not enough to kill Maru, even though he didn't scout it. The reaction was perfect. The positioning was perfect. The bunker was amazing. Never died at all. Cyclones were the right answer there, and then the Banshee for the coup de grace. Okay, game 3 of our sneaky 3-fer is coming right at you from Falcon Paladin. Stick with it. Don't leave that seat. All right, game 3 is going to be on Cerulean Fall, the ladder edition. Top right-hand corner, Maru. Bottom left-hand corner, soO. All right, soO, I think we've learned a lesson here. Trying to early cheese Maru leads only to sadness, many tears, and defeat. Are we going to see a hatch first here? Wow. I just realized that if soO hatches first and Maru proxies, then soO's going to be in trouble. All right, man. All right, soO, what do you have here? What do you have here for our Zerg fans today? Maru is dunking all over you. For those of you unfamiliar with the term, it is a basketball thing, and I like basketball a lot, so sometimes I use basketball terms. All right, man. All right. 160, 70, 80, 90, 200. Oh, moving out. He's hatch firsting. It's a hatch first, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news across the wire. soO has decided to go hatch first against Maru in the 3rd game of this 3-game series. Maru is not proxying, so soO should be just fine here, throwing that down about 17 supply. Then at the 18 supply, going for, what's your next thing, man? Is he going to go pool next? 18? Nope. All right, so that's weird. 150 minerals and 18 supply. He goes extractor, and then he goes pool. Interesting. I've taken to stealing builds from Zergs that I watch recently. Seems to work out. Stealing builds is a great thing to do. So about 150 minerals at 18 supply, he goes extractor, and then immediately into pool as soon as he can at 17. I like it. Kind of like it. Your gas comes in early. You probably have more gas than you need to get speed by the time that pool is done, but whatevs. That's just fine. You can use it for other stuff. Reaper on the way is going to be Captain America. Captain America, the super soldier that fought the Nazis with a mighty shield. He piloted a plane into the sea to save America. Captain remained frozen in these icy waters for centuries until the Terran Dominion rediscovered his still living body. Captain America was thawed out. Emperor Mengsk planned to use Captain as a propaganda piece. Captain America saw Mengsk as just another Hitler and did not cooperate. Captain America was then drugged to take away his super strength and forced to fight in the Reaper program. Will the symbol of America survive to bring freedom to the universe once more? I don't know, man. It's not good. It's not good for Reapers in StarCraft 2. They don't last long, is what I'm trying to say. Oracles, too. Not long lifespan. Sometimes they do, though. But Reapers, just very rare a Reaper makes it to the 10-15 minute mark of the game. Especially if you're doing this dance here with the Lings and the Queens on the way, and you've done this a million times before. Captain America knows how to play the Reaper game, man. Moving those wounded Lings back. soO knows what he's doing. It's really just keeping the Lings at home. They can't do anything anyway because it was the hatch first play. 3rd hatch on the way here at sub 3 minutes because of course it is. soO wants to go for the macro style. Maru seems to want to go for the macro style too. He's going to go for Hellion Pressure just to force Lings and maybe Roaches out of soO, because if you leave a Zerg player alone for the first 5 minutes of the game, you will die as Terran. They will have too many drones, too much economy, too much production on 3 bases, maybe even 4 bases if you never bother them at all. And you're going to have the worst time of your entire life. You may have been there, right? In the lower leagues, back before you made it to Grandmaster, you might have been like, yeah, I used to leave Zerg players alone, and then they just crush me with maxed out armies at 8 minutes. Yep, that's why Terrans have to do this. This is why Protoss has to do this, because Zerg left alone is a terrifying macro machine in the wrong hands. And the wrong hands here are definitely soO. Hellions cruising down. Really, Maru does not expect to get much done with this. It's just going to force out some lings, maybe kill a drone if you're lucky, maybe pick up a creep tomb or two. This is a pretty good map for defending. This ramp is not very wide, and as a result, queens can defend it pretty adequately. The third base will not be saturated until it can be defended, which is why this, you know what? I lied. It might be saturated before it can be defended, you guys. And that drone popping out. It's a very dangerous position. The queens are slow walking their way up, but actually just left alone. That drone could have been picked off by these Hellions, but they went to join their other friends. Overlord's scouting on in to see what is up, and he does see a barracks with a tech lab, a starport with a tech lab, and says, aha, Banshee's on the way and probably bio after this. Not going to be mech for Maru, although Maru is pretty comfortable doing mech. You can't be. Who might be the best Terran player on planet Earth if you can't also mech? If you're just bio all the time, you're going to be predictable. And people can prepare for you exceptionally easily. So he knows how to mech too. I got to find a mech game of Maru's. That'd be a lot of fun, actually. If you have a recommendation of a mech game for Maru's you really enjoyed from Katowice, let me know, and I'll see if I can find it. To be honest, you guys, there are not many super long games from Katowice. A lot of these games were 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. There was that long 26-minute ZVP that I cast already between Zest and soO. But otherwise, man, it's a lot of short stuff. Which, I don't know, sometimes tournaments are like that. I don't know what it is. All right, man, that's a lot of Hellions. And Banshee support here, too. So 4 queens. There's your Hellbats. There's Banelings on the way. Queen Hellbat. Good golly, the Hellbat transformation. I've died to this so many times on ladder. It's just... Hellbats are tanky. They do splash damage. They hit like trucks. They deal with queens really well. Here come the Banelings. The split is really great, though. Yeah, I mean, so 1 Hellbat dies there. That's not going to be enough. We are losing drones here. 3 of them have gone down. Banelings getting decent hits there. Again, another great hit would be amazing. He does get it, taking out another Hellbat, chasing him away. The queens are still alive. I guess the answer here is to have 1 billion queens at 5 minutes, and you can actually make this thing happen. 6 queens is a lot of queens. 7 queens. I mean, there are additional ones popping out all the time, it feels like, but no. Actually, no more in production. So well held there by soO. Didn't lose a whole lot. Honestly, losing 3 drones is definitely worth it. Resources lost here, 800 to 500. Really didn't take too much damage from the early attack out of Maru. And yar, we got Stim. Maru is definitely going into that bio. The number of barracks tells the story there. Additional barracks under construction, so that is the story. Hellions running on in. Oh, and Captain America falls to the queens. And the Zerglings. Double Banshee over here, though. 1 queen, not really enough to deal with 2 Banshees, as it turns out. She retreats with all of her 1 hit points. Oh, killing gas is really nice. I like that. It's not flashy. It's not as flashy as killing like 10 drones, but killing an extractor slows down gas income for Zerg, and they hate losing gas income. Look at how much he's already saturated his extractors. All of them have been taken except for the one that got killed. That tells you a lot. He wants gas. He wants it now. Losing one extractor is annoying and problematic and will slow him down. So Terran players, if you can get a little damage done, just killing 1 extractor, do it. Take the damage. It will help you in the long run. It doesn't mean you're going to win, but it will help. Holy Mutalisks! Is soO going Ling Bling Muta here? He's like, I already got the Baneling nest. Halfway there already. Let's go ahead and go Zergling, Baneling, Muta. So we're going to go bio. Probably going to get some Thors to deal with these guys. Tanks on the way. Medevac's here too. I don't think soO knows about this, you guys. Does he know about...
Mayday.
Well, he does now. No, those queens were fighting. Where did the Mutalisks go? Here's one. Where's the Spire? Oh, it's down here. Okay, so yeah, doesn't know. Doesn't know about the Spire. Doesn't know that's happening at all, but he's going to unload inside the main base. This is why you creep spread all over your main base Zerg players, is so you see this happen, and then you can respond. You can respond to it. Dang it, soO, you're late on this, man. You are late on this. These guys, good pull of the drones. Really great pull of the drones, but several are getting picked off anyway. Do you have Banelings? You got Lings. You got Banelings too. There's the pickup and there's the retreat. Meanwhile, Mutalisk going to town. There's a missile turret up. So the Mutas aren't going to get a lot done. There's another missile turret there. Are there now Thors in production? I don't know that there actually are. Or are there any on the ground? No. Maru's like, I don't need Thors. Screw Thors, man. They got nerfed. And he's actually moving the factory. He's going for Widow Mines instead to deal with the Mutalisks. I kind of like it. I honestly do. This group is pretty low on HP. They're in the yellows, in the oranges. And I don't know. Do you want to mess with those guys is the question. It's 1-1. 1-1 attack is done for Maru and his bio players. He's got more Marines coming down. The tanks don't have any upgrades at the stage. The Changeling dies in the top right-hand corner of the screen. 4th base is done. soO looking good. Macro style, trying to keep up with Maru here. Maru is attacking on into these. Wow. Creep tumors, just destroying tumors so far. The mutas cannot engage with this mass Marine play. They're just here to deal with medevacs and tanks once the Marines are gone. But so far, making the Marines gone is a little bit difficult. The Zerglings do not have any upgrades other than speed, which seems problematic. We got tanks on the high ground. We got Marines crashing on down here. Great positioning from Maru. Muta flies up, almost gets target fired down. It transfuses on the Queen's Lings, rolling on in from different angles. They are going to save the hatchery, but at what cost? The Muta's trying to get that tank, can't do it. The Marines respond quite nicely. Now they're distracted, so the tank does get picked off instead, and now chasing away these Marines are a bunch of Zerglings, a Baneling. The target firing is good. No real, there we go. Actually, a couple hits do end up going there, chasing it back, but reinforcements are the real problem for soO and Maru. It looks like he's going to hold this thing. By that, I mean, what is going on? Why is soO coming in here? There we go. Now soO is retreating from the position, but nice counterattack, pushing Maru all the way back. Creep spreading like a boss along the left side. Not so much along the right side, but the middle path has been saturated too with creep tumors thus far. A lot of Mutalisks. 15 mutas might be an overcommitment onto these guys. Kind of like it. I mean, I love Mutalisks, don't get me wrong. I just don't know that it's the smartest thing to do here. They're trying to get a supply depot, but the Marine response was so good. But the supply depot went down anyway because buildings do burn and catch on fire at a certain point and explode. 5th base coming up for soO along this left side. Maru hanging out with his Widow Mines. Haven't seen them really get any shots off yet, but creep spread continuing to happen. soO is, what are we doing, man? He's working on +1 flyer attack. He's working on +2 for his Zerglings and his Banelings, and maybe the Ultras later. I don't know. He's investing a lot of gas into these mutas. Oh, free Marauders? Cool. We'll take a couple of those. That seems fine. I'm not sure why Marauders are being made anyway. Not like there's going to be a Roach tech switch or anything here. I can't imagine that would be the case, but I guess maybe you want to have some just in case. Maybe they're there to absorb Baneling shots too. That makes a lot of sense. Not necessarily there to deal any damage, but just to absorb Baneling shots so the Marines can do the true damage. 4th base is done. Maru is happily mining up here in the 12 o'clock position. It is a 173 supply soO to a 162 supply Maru. Army supply within 3 of each other. 92 to 88. Actually, Maru just took a lead there by making a bunch more Marines and Marauders. And he's working on +3 attack at 11 minutes, which is just beautiful. Beautiful attack. All right, running on in here. The mutas are focusing down the medevacs, allowing the Lings and the Banelings to deal with everything else. Beautiful hits there. Medevac does go down, losing a bunch of Marines, and then soO knows to go ahead and pull out when things are bad. Ah, those Banelings, wrong place, wrong time. They're trying to join the swarm, couldn't do it. Another base. soO is expanding again for a 6th right now. I'm loving it. He feels like he's winning these engagements. There is a Thor out now, though. Maru recognizes, all right, I need Thor. The Widow Mines aren't doing the job. Changelings getting cleared out here, too. Just hanging out is the swarm. They are effectively maxed out. Hive on the way from soO. Pneumatized Carapace coming in as well. 2-2. Maru is going for that 3-3 upgrade on his Marines and his Marauders. He's working on it. It'll be some time before it's there, but it would be really nice once it arrives. Muta swinging up the left side. I don't think he knows about this base.
Swarm forces under attack.
He does not know about that base. But he has to imagine it's there. He knows there's not one here. I think he knows there's not one here, too. And the only other place Maru's going to expand is at that 12 o'clock position. +2 flyer attack being researched. Resources lost pretty even. 7,500 to 6,500. Lings and Banelings trying to get hits off. Widow Mines exploding on everything, but enough Banelings are surviving to get some serious hits off. Is there enough anti-air for this? No! Definitely not. Maru's just running for his life. He's going to lose these medevacs. He's going to lose these medevacs, which is such a problem for him. He needs medevacs to win this game. He's only got 2 on the field right now, but Maru counterattacking down, does take down the 6th hatchery. Well played. soO running into the 3rd. Widow Mines again getting decent hits off here. Barracks going down. SCV is getting destroyed. Maru, is he being opposed? As he marches down to the 3rd, I'm not sure that he actually is. 3rd base is down, rolling into the natural base. Here comes soO. Here go your SCVs. I don't think there's enough to hold this at all. However, this army down south looks entirely unstoppable too. Oh my gosh, this game is turning into effectively a base race. Never base race a Terran. Oh, these Banelings are going to be massive though. Oh, but the Widow Mines might actually be massive too. Oh, getting Baneling hits off. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, Baneling's getting out of there. trying to get out of there. A lot of the stuff is overstimmed because, again, no medevacs, because the medevacs all got killed, getting a full surround here. All the Bio trying to run on creep, trying to target fire as best they can, but everybody gets cleaned up. The Thor explodes. What remains at this third base ends up dead here, too. And it's 166 to 117 supply. Maru loses his third. It is completely devoid of anything but a couple mules. Did he actually lift? I'm not sure what he did there. I feel like he lost that base, but where did he get another command center from? Maybe he was trying to expand. Seems about right. Seems like he was trying to expand. Just built this here instead. So many Mutalisks, though. However, look at this. Surprise Marine Widowmine army. No big deal. He doesn't. He knows about that. So he knows about that base at the fourth. I'm surprised he's not going for it. There's 8. Okay, there's 2 missile turrets there. Maybe that's why. And a planetary fortress. But man, soO lost 2 bases on that attack from Maru. Medevac count, though, really anemic. Actually, there's 8. Never mind. Maru knows. He knows what he's doing, ladies and gentlemen. He understands the importance of making medevacs when you're playing Bio. Does Maru know about this? Yes. So Maru has a pretty good understanding of what's going on. He assumed the third base is being replanted by soO, as he should. Resources lost at this point, 18,300 to 18,300, which is disgusting. It is so even. These players, I'm telling you, are so even. Mutas, all right, so basically can go ahead and 2-shot down that missile turret, and this one too. Do they have enough Mutas to do it? No! The repair is so good. The immortal missile turret is one of the things that kind of makes me salty as a Zerg player. So you're telling me, if you've got SCVs surrounding a missile turret, this number of Mutas can't kill it. They can't kill it. It's ridiculous. Refinery down. Remember what I said about denying gas. Denying gas, not as important against a Bio player like this, but he wants Marauders and he wants Thors. So gas is a little bit more important to him than if he was just going straight Marine Marauder Medevac. 3-3. soO is working on it. He's going for an Ultralisk Cavern. He has the Hive. There's the Ultra Cavern, and there is the Chitinous Plating. Okay, so he's going to go Ultras, which means the Marauders are going to really pay for themselves here. Marauder's going to be amazing. Liberator production begins by Maru immediately, recognizing I don't have time to get to a Ghost Academy. Let's go ahead and start pumping Liberators. Respond perfectly to this. Mutalisks, did they take a Widowmine shot there? I feel like they did. A bunch of them are in the yellow and in the orange. So third base replanted. Sixth base replanted. 196 to 154 supply. soO has a pretty big lead overall, especially in workers. 73 to 47 right now is just not good for Maru. He's, well, they both lost about 40 workers. Whatever. Coming on in again. Widowmine shot on those Mutas, making them less effective than they otherwise would be here. And actually decided to pull on back. That was a lot of dead stuff down there. A lot of Zerg corpses on fire. Creep spread is disgusting from soO. He's just pushing across all angles. Most of the map belongs to him. Maru is backed into this tiny corner. That is a sign of a Terran who is on his back foot. If the creep spread looks like this at the 16-minute mark, he does not feel comfortable at all. That said, remember when I said there wasn't time to make ghosts? Hey, look, there was time to make ghosts. He made a Ghost Academy, and he's working on Cloak as well. So maybe he already was making it and I missed it in that production tab. Seems entirely possible. Yeah, these are Mutalisks that took some Widowmine shots. They are not happy, but tissue regeneration will get them back up and running in effectively no time. Look at this Zergling. That Zergling intentionally allows the Widowmine to fire on it, so it's not... Oh, but that one now. Hey, they can kill it before it fires. Alright, so that's something this many Mutas is good for. Fair enough. Tempting, landing, an orbital, command, and gonna get chased off. Look at this swarm, though, just cruising all over the place. We've got the mech Ultralisks onto the ground. And here we go from the left side, from the bottom side. Ultras on top of everything. Banelings crashing through. So many Banelings right now. That Ultralisk trying to fight, but getting focused down by Marauders, and goes the Banelings clearing everything out, though. That base is toast. That Liberator is toast. Ultralisks on the ground. Widowmines getting cleared out there, too, by these anti-Widowmine Ultralisks. Pulling back to the third Widowmine. Friendly fire there a little bit on the Medevacs. 160 to 100 supply. Good game. soO does end up winning one of these games in our sneaky threefer in a really thrilling back-and-forth macro-style ZVT. Incredible, incredible stuff there from our blue Zerg player. He gets the win. 172 to 107 supply. That attack was gorgeous. And really, that's what it takes, man. That is what it takes, is having a huge army as Zerg and attacking in from different directions. If you can attack in from different directions, it's harder for the Terran player to focus fire on one aspect, on one angle of attack. And it's harder for them. It's a little bit easier for you, but you have to set it up is the problem. But man, fully upgraded banelings, fully upgraded Ultralisks, really the answer here. Not really getting the kills, just probably more tanking more than anything else. That Muta, though, 8 kills on that one, 4 there. Marauders and Marines running for their lives. Almost dead, by the way, but still running as hard as they can. That's pretty good. Pretty good little animation there. I like it. So good job by soO. I mean, he lost a couple of bases, but I think he did more damage to Maru than Maru did to him in that big little mini base race that happened. A lot of SCVs went down. Losing effectively 2 bases was a problem. The percentage of bases that Maru lost was higher than what soO ended up losing, and he replaced them pretty quickly. Never really dealt with anything after that, and went to Ultras, had 50 lings in production, and just won a major engagement and pushed, and yep, that was it. Widowmine's not really doing it against the Ultras as much as they're doing it against the Mutas. Ghost trying to make stuff happen, but Baneling's all over them too. So great job by soO. Better job by Maru, winning 2 of the 3 games in our sneaky 3 for today. Wonderful times indeed. All right, well, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a sneaky 3 for. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.